should be anyway. Let's make sure we are live.
Get exactly.
Are we live or are we Memorex? Make sure. Well, it looks like we're live. Where's all the rest of? Oh, I haven't moved that stuff over yet. Oh, it's coming. It's about to come. You're about to be blown away here. Transition. Oh, look at that. Magic. All right. Now the question is, who's watching? Look at that. Looking good. Check one, check two. Carl's in the house. Carl's our next guest. Got Gary over here to my left, who's got a slight echo, but he can hear everything that's going on, which is really good. Looking good. Check one, check. Got my slideshow going down here. So we tried to get Carl Spaz on here. Two Skypes going at the same time, but that didn't work. So testes, yes indeed, testes. So we tried to get Carl Spaz on here. Two Skypes going at the same time, but that didn't work. So testes, yes indeed. Make sure I got my chat going here. Alan going. All right, Alan, what's up, man? Yes, we are live. We haven't really decided what we're talking about tonight. It may be a short live stream because it's 5 o'clock here and it's raining and we haven't eaten today, and we were planning on going. We haven't really decided. Maybe a short medicine hat. I was planning on getting us up to Monument Valley, which is in the same area, maybe 30-40 minutes away, but it's a 3-hour one-way, 3-hour back. We knew it was going to be shitty weather here, so we said, well, let's go to Utah, where it's not gonna, or Four Corners. It's kind of in between. It's desert. It's usually really hot. It's probably not going to be much rain. So I was like,
there's nothing skies and you've enjoyed
all that. Yeah. Can everybody hear Gary? Can everyone hear Gary? Can everybody not just hear him, but you can understand all the words he's saying? Everybody chime in and say, yes, Gary sounds good. Can everybody hear Gary? Don't say he looks good, because he already thinks he's gorgeous. Everyone hear Gary. Can everybody not just hear him, but you can understand all the words he's saying? Everybody chime in and say, someone is on delay, yeah. Good. Everybody's on delay. Say he looks good, because he already thinks he's This is the Matrix. This is not real. This is all computer generated. Well, Gary's real, but he's outside the Matrix. Everybody's on delay. Slight delay on Gary.
I turn mine down.
This is all computer generated. Echo, yeah. Well, Gary's real. Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit of echo too, but it's okay. Unless you guys start complaining. If you start complaining, we'll start solving problems.
I turn mine down.
So yeah, our plan was this morning to hit, because it was going to be a shitty weather today and tomorrow. By shitty, I mean it's going to be rain. You know, it's not terrible rain up here, just kind of a little drizzle mostly. But our plan was to get on the bikes, go to the desert, which is about 3 hours away. But then we were going to be coming back as the sun went down in the middle of the shitty weather, which is right now. So we decided that it was probably let's just go hang out in Mancos. That way, if it rains all day, we're not stuck up under a tarp, you know, jerking each other's chain, which is what we did last night. So we're done with that. But
You want me to give them a shot of the clouds?
yeah. If you want to walk around, Barry, there's no reason.
Take the camera out here.
Jerking each other's chain.
Give them a shot of the clouds.
Yeah, good.
You want me to give them a shot of the
Well, so if you don't know, Gary last time sat beside me, and
Take
since
the camera out here.
I can't figure out how to get audio off of this laptop without headphones, so you probably could have had some kind of a little splitter up where he had headphones and I had headphones, and we both could have talked to everybody. It just Gary sat out most of the show, just kind of you know, looking at chat and nothing else, so I figured we would do something else this time. And so Gary is Skyping in, even though he's 5 feet away from me. But then I thought, okay, well, maybe there's something better. Gary, I think I may have lost your stream. No, there you go. Okay. Yeah, Keith, no problem, man. Yeah, this is kind of spur of the moment. I don't think we're going to go more than an hour today. I'm trying to take the next steps into the whole streaming thing, so I'm trying to make things a little bit more interesting and stretch a little bit while we have internet and an AC plug behind us. I can do a little bit more things than I can do in the middle of the woods with solar panels and a battery pack. So, but anyway, yeah. If we do anything interesting, I'll say, hey, you need to go watch the last 45 minutes that you missed, whatever. So y'all enjoy your dinner. I don't think there's probably anything you're going to miss out on. This computer generated max headwind. Yeah, 12 days to ride from North Alabama in the first 2 weeks of October. Where would you go? Jeez, that's tough. October's tough, man. Alan, I don't know, man. I would probably stay in the South. 12 days. Yeah, 12 days to ride from North Alabama. 2 weeks of October. Texas is even iffy in October, isn't it?
It's not.
It can be.
It'd be a trip to Big Bend.
Big Bend, okay. Gary says Big Bend. I don't know if you've been to Big Bend, but yeah, and especially you, Alan, taking the knobby tires out in Big Bend. Shit, man, it's kind of hard to go wrong out there. You can ride forever. You can ride along the Rio Grande. You can there's a lot of cool stuff to see out there. So I don't know if that would fulfill you for your 12 days, but you could certainly spend what? You could Iron Butt out there, Iron Butt back. That's 10. So you could spend 3 days in Big Bend, maybe Hill Country.
You come back to country.
I think.
The sisters.
Yep.
I think October for New Mexico would probably be a stretch. Maybe if you don't mind crossing over New Mexico into Arizona. Arizona's got a lot of cool stuff, man. So maybe we should talk about that and maybe give you some tips about, hey, here's some cool stuff to see in Arizona. Yeah, Arizona, southern Arizona is nice in October. And then, November it starts getting a little bit iffy and some rain and cold and wind and shit like that. Did you hear about the flood in Coral Reef? Coral Reef what? Utah? You guys just start. We started 6 minutes ago, Todd. Haven't been to Big Bend. Big Bend's worth the trip, man. And that's probably the best time to go to Big Bend. Big Bend's unbearable in the summer, as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to be there. It's hot, hot desert. October, that's a good time to go. Big Bend's worth the trip, man.
End of April.
Yeah, stay away from Big Bend after April. As far as I'm concerned. I don't know if that helps, man. Alan, we can talk a lot more about the places to go and see it. 12 days, I got you, man. We'll figure out some itineraries, alternatives. Get out to Arizona. If it sucks over there, go here. If it sucks there, go here. That kind of thing. There's a lot of cool stuff in Arizona. If you like desert, if you don't like desert, I would say spend 12 days out there. You might change your mind. I'm hearing a delay of what you're saying in the background. If you like
Might be my
desert,
microphone.
if you don't like desert, I would let me mute Gary and see if that takes care of it, and then we'll just let Gary talk when he has something to say. Hang on a second.
Might be my microphone.
I'm going to mute Gary. I'm going to turn Gary's microphone off. Does that take care of everything? Damn, I'm sitting here myself. Where's that echo coming? Let me move this microphone. Where's that echo coming from? Can anybody tell me? Yeah, man, I can't comment on TAT. I've never done it, so it looks cool. Yeah, but 12 days, that's kind of pushing it to get out of the south on the tap, right? Yeah, man, I can't comment on TAT. I've never done it, so it looks cool. Yeah, but 12
Yeah, I don't know
days,
what the
that's
echo is all about. That's new.
kind of pushing it to get out.
We didn't have an echo Friday night, did we? Anybody?
Yeah, man,
I don't think so.
Coral Reef, flooded bad, standing people. Is that the same storm that knocked out Yellowstone, Keith?
Kind of pushing it to get out.
We didn't have an echo Friday night, did we? Anybody? Yeah, lots of echo.
It
It started when I muted Gary,
didn't
didn't it?
it?
Because I didn't hear it before. Not really. I'm going to unmute Gary.
Knocked out Yellowstone.
See if that takes care of it. Yeah, that actually muted the echo. Unless somebody.
It started when I muted Gary, didn't it? 'Cause I didn't hear it before.
Yeah, Carl, we'll get you back in here shortly, man.
Gary.
It's worse. It's worse now that I'm muted. Unmuted
That
Gary.
actually muted the echo. Unless somebody. It started when I muted Gary, didn't it? 'Cause I didn't hear it.
I don't know what
Yeah,
to do
Carl,
here.
we'll get you back in here shortly, man.
I guess I could mute
It's worse now that I'm muted.
Gary on the
unmuted Gary.
stream when it's not. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to.
Yes, I could mute. It's worse now that
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Gary on the stream when it's not.
Well, let's see if we can. Yeah, it's worse. No. So, Carl, you, it sounds fine now.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
I don't know where the echo could be coming from. I've got a mic that's right here,
Well, let's see if
and I could talk directly into the mic, but I don't know what else to do other than maybe.
it sounds fine now.
Let me see if I can go in here. Desktop
I
audio.
don't know where the echo could be coming from. I've got a mic that's right here.
Let's turn this down. Let's mute my desktop audio. Tell me if that made any kind of difference. Anybody? Because I may have to unmute this when I want to. Well, I could still listen to Gary here. Anybody? Tell me if that fixed it.
Tango says it's better.
Who?
Oriel.
Better? Okay, well that was easy.
Spaztech says echo at
No
all.
echo at all. Good. Okay, well we'll just keep it like this until somebody else complains. So we were talking about earlier, trying to figure out some topics to talk about. So important topics when you're in the Rockies specifically, because altitude. I still want to keep talking about this every time somebody comes out here. You just kind of keep in mind that you're coming from, 1,000 feet. Wherever you live, you're at sea level. You're coming from 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet. Like I'm in Alabama. The highest point in Alabama is like 2,400 feet. And there's not much difference in the temperature or the weather, for that matter. At the top of Cheehaw Mountain versus, Gulf Shores, there's not that much difference. But if you come out here, you go up to our camp, which is 8,400 feet. We're at 7,000 feet here in Mancos. So we're going to drop 7 degrees, 8 degrees as we go up to that. So it's going to be colder. It's probably going to be windier. Could be a different weather system. Usually there's more sprinkles up here than it is down here. It's more deserty down here. But we're 8 miles from camp. So, but it's something to keep in mind to have. The thing that I wanted to talk about was I've got 2 sweaters that I bring with me. I've got a bunch of clothes. I've got 4 or 5 T-shirts, 4 or 5 underwear, 4 or 5 pairs of socks. Everybody says you're carrying too much. I say I don't like doing laundry, so I'll carry dirty clothes until I fill up my dirty clothes bag. I've got 1 set of clean clothes left, and then I'll take a shower, put my clean clothes on, go do laundry. That way I'm doing laundry in the only clean clothes I have left. And that's what Gary was saying. Next time I'm bringing 1 set of clothes.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you going to do laundry in? How are you going to do laundry? You just stand around there naked till your clothes come out of the dryer? It's everybody's dream to have this much stuff. You put this much stuff in your pocket and you get on your bike and you ride, until you get to camp and then, oh shit, sure would be nice if I had a sweater that wasn't wet. So how about some dry underwear and socks that wasn't wet?
You take your
Anyway.
socks off.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's fine. When you're in Moab, you go through a system. You get to camp in Moab and it's 10% humidity. You dry out in 15 minutes. But what if you're here? It's 59 degrees here.
53% humidity.
It's very wet. You're not going to dry out. I got my pants wet on the way here. So did Gary. They're just now drying out. That was what, 4 hours ago, 3 hours ago? Yeah. Anyway, the external speaker that is feeding back into the mic. I don't anymore. I think that fixed it, Alan. You guys gotten some? No, we haven't ridden at all. We rode down the hill. We were gonna ride to. I was explaining earlier, I guess before you got here, Todd. We were gonna ride to Monument Valley, Mexican Hat, because it's the desert. There's not going to be any rain out there, and if it's rainy, it'll be warm, right? And then we decided that when we got back from Monument Valley, we were going to ride through the storm that we're sitting in now, which was a good choice. We just came down here and we've been hanging out, charging batteries and surfing the net and prepping for this live stream. So I hope you like the whole look of everything. Hey, you like my little slideshow, Gary's logo, my logo, got everything kind of cool. Hope you guys appreciate the effort. I don't wear underwear that takes care of that. Yeah, okay. Well, if you guys saw Garrett Peterson's video, that motherfucker, I don't know anybody that's more minimalist than that guy. He's got a ground pad, no cover.
No.
He's got no tent, no tarp, no nothing. So he's sleeping under overhangs, on a ground pad.
Yeah,
he's got that ball that you could put on your backpack. Except he's got some stuff stuffed under the seat.
puts between his legs.
Yeah.
It's got all his clothes, all of his tools, his spare parts, and some of it he puts up under the scooter.
Yeah.
He said, so,
Yeah. So. Somebody made a comment on that video today, and I was, my original intent was to catch up with. He gave me a time frame when he was ready to leave, but he still had a lot of work to do on his bike when I got to Casper. So I was like, okay. And I started thinking about it. It's like, I can ride behind this guy and film. I can meet him up ahead and film. I can film him driving by. I can do so. I was like, man, he's going to really drag my momentum down. And then I started really thinking about, okay, this dude's doing 40 miles an hour. I'm not riding anywhere around this dude. I might actually film his death. It's like, man, I think I'm just going to try to catch him up. So maybe Gary, when he comes back through 50, so 50's right around here somewhere. I think it runs through. We're close by 50. Yeah. So hopefully, if he gets his shit back together, hopefully we'll still be around Colorado, maybe southern Utah, somewhere where we can catch him up. Because I really want to film the guy. I really want to hang out and camp with him again, and maybe we could do a little documentary without exposing ourselves to death. That's kind of my main thing. It's like, bicyclists do the same thing. And how many bicyclists are killed on the highways every year? Morons. I like Gary's new logo. Did you work that up? I did, indeed. Anybody want one? It was free. He's in California now. It's really warm. Yeah. He may stay there. He stayed a long time in Boise, and then he stayed a long time wherever the hell he was. I think he spent like over a week in Boise, and I'm feeling him. I'm like hanging out too. I don't feel the need to race around like I did the last few trips. Like I'm running out of time. I gotta race here. I gotta see this. I gotta do that. Oh, they've got bison up there. Let's go up there. And yeah, I'm okay. I'm having fun hanging out with Gary in the woods. So we had some wild animals come through our camp before we left. So we got that on film. That's coming up. I wished I could show you guys some of the video that I shot, but all I can do without audio interference is running the slideshow. I hope maybe I don't take a lot of pictures, so you get a few of the pictures that I've taken. So sorry. Maybe I'll figure out the video thing eventually. Anyway, so yeah, this is more of a tech live stream than anything else. I'm just trying a few things out, and So we talked about last time, I think, in the stream, we talked about making our movie. We're gonna make a Western.
We've got the premise already written.
We've started the script. We've got a possible location over here. We've got several possible locations. I've got some ideas about possible shooting locations. And by shooting locations, I mean filming, but also shooting locations eventually. So we're gonna have some fucking live fire.
We may have to go to a gun range and rent some guns.
I think we can. I think hell, we could shoot where we're at right now. Just how much destruction can we cause that's this close by? I don't know. Maybe find somebody with some dynamite. We can blow some shit up. That would be awesome. I know where some old abandoned mines are. It's just going to be hard to get there. So no beer. Yeah,
We ran out of time.
Yeah, we ran out of time. There's a cider place that closes at 9 within walking distance from here. There's a brewery on the way back. There's a pub right around the corner that we've eaten at. So yeah, we'll probably have our beers on the way home.
We've got 2 fingers of bourbon left.
Yeah, yeah. We've got. I've still got some laying over there. Well, I've got 6 or 7 beers left from last night. Yeah, I bet they're cold too. I bet it's cold as hell up here. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're not imbibing tonight. Lack of planning on our part. We really weren't. We're just sitting here and it's like, I'm not in a hurry to get back to camp. You want to do a live stream tonight? And Gary's like, yeah, okay. Gary's easy.
I am.
Slowing down and smell the fly. Dude, I'm really enjoying this trip because that's really the big change is I'm not, oh look, I'm not doing that anymore. And it's, Gary's probably helping me with the, he's not in a rush to get anywhere. So.
He's got to keep me in check.
Yeah.
Oh,
To answer your question,
yes,
Don
Don,
did my logo,
and I
I swear he did it
a
in a
couple
couple of hours.
I did it in about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
You were sleeping.
I was taking a nap. Yeah,
It took you a couple hours to see it.
yeah, it's an awesome logo.
I like it. I like the way it turned out. If you zoom in, you go to his channel, and of course you've already subscribed to Gary's. Gary's putting out the other stuff, the stuff that you don't see. So make sure you check out Gary's channel. But if you zoom into his logo, you can see his hat has got the same logo on it. Anyway, it's kind of like a mirrored thing. It just kind of, it doesn't have the resolution where you can go into the the infinite mirror thing. But yeah, that's the concept. You guys should buy a big pork loin wrap it up in aluminum, cook it in the ground at camp one night. That's all fine and good, Todd, except there is a burn ban.
We're in Colorado.
We're in Colorado. It's only a $500 fine. So if you guys put up the money just in case we get busted, we'll cook the fuck out of it. Like but then again, it may go, who's the cook? Okay, who started the fire? It's $1,000 then. Yeah, no. Yeah, dude, I'm chomping at the bit. I want to eat some good food. I want to have a campfire. The last campfire I had was Wyoming, so it sucks, man. Yeah, I would really like to do some interesting stuff. Well, not just that, cooking out on a fucking cliff somewhere. All right, Carl, see you, man. Hey, come back if you got some time. Send you some Corona, but they will get hot before it reach to you, guy. Thanks, Samuro. It looks like Samura, but yeah. Hey man, appreciate the beer offers. Somebody, who was it? TW Peep said something about Mancos Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
After it was on the comments, it almost sounded like he was there. I was like, no, he wouldn't be inviting me down to buy me a beer at Mancos Brewery right now.
Yeah.
That would be foolish. Anyway, it'd be cool if some of you guys came out here and joined us on the adventure. I don't know how many of you guys have have that interest of coming out this way, it'd be cool to hang out. We got,
If you just spent 3 days.
3 days.
yeah, 3 days.
Just 3 days.
Yeah, life
We
changing.
got an awesome campsite.
It's got trees out the wazoo.
Yep,
There's no like a place to put a hammock.
right.
We can find you a
Place
place
to put it.
yeah.
Well, that's pretty much where we camp. It's not, we don't camp in tight spaces. We don't camp typically what you'd think of as a campground. Almost never. Well, y'all seen, well, let's see. How many campgrounds have I hit on the way here? One? I'm trying to think of another one.
I can only remember one.
The biggest thing I have against
Stayed in the
campgrounds is the,
equestrian camp.
huh?
Stayed in the equestrian camp, but that you didn't have to pay for that one.
Right. Oh, well, I didn't pay for the city camp either, but.
Yeah.
I think those are the only two that you stayed in.
Well, both of those campgrounds had no people. That's my biggest beef, is like people. Like I was staying in Moab a week ago, and it wasn't a campground, it was just dispersed camping, but there was enough assholes there to make it, I'm sick of this place. I don't know whether I hated the biting flies worse than the people, or the heat, or the dust in my lungs. I'm not really sure, but they all combined to make me go into Colorado.
We're
so.
getting
Ready to head
further north soon.
Yeah, we're going north maybe in a few days. As soon as I pick up my replacement tube for my chair,
Get it and,
maybe get a tire on the rear.
and find out about your new tarp. Was he going to send it?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully they'll be here too, yeah. Hopefully they'll be here too.
We might
be here
another 3, 4, 5 days.
Yeah,
and we're gonna
Head
get
north.
yeah. We've had enough of the wild animals invading our camp. And these are big, y'all. Just wait till you see them. If you go over to Gary's channel, you can get a preview of what's coming up. So, in fact, I think you got the best pictures of the wild animals invading our camp.
Got pretty close.
There was what, 5? They were huge, huge and scary.
Yeah.
So if I say elk, you might know what I'm talking about, but these things were even bigger. Yeah. Venture a little further north, and I'll be there. Where are we talking about Northwest Moto? Where do we have to go to meet up with you? Because I want a commitment. If you say we got to go here, and we show up, and you don't show up, we'll just come hunt you down and feed you to the pigs. So commitment. If we come to what line? What what is it? Latitude, right? Yeah. What latitude do we have to meet you at? Since when did camp fees at parks becomes? We don't do parks, man. we don't do parks. I mean, Gary, you slept at a state park the other day, but they didn't have a fee.
It's run by the National Park Service. There's no fee.
Yeah, that's
14 days.
that's cool.
Shower, water.
So typically, what Gary and I are going to be doing this trip is the same thing I do, and probably you do too. We haven't talked so much about what all you do on your trips, but I stay in the National Forest, I stay in the BLM, and there's plenty of it out here, and it's all beautiful. And the other option is some state park, which is crowded with people, and they want to charge you $24 for sleeping on the ground, and there may be some nice conveniences that go with it, but it's not worth $24 a night. That's a lot of beer.
Yeah, how cold do you think it's gotten down?
Since I've been here, it's been low 40s, but probably since you've been here, maybe high 40s, 48. It's averaging about 48 to 56, I would say, every night. Which in a haven, you pull the flaps, you don't know it until you get out of the tent. So, hey, Chris, what's up, man? All right, man. Good to see you, Alan. Moose. Very close, old man.
Very close.
I'm near Spokane, but I don't have any specifics in mind. So I think we're thinking about West Coast trip. We're still talking about it. There's a supposed rally up there, but it's in a stupid fucking campground. So whoever came up with that idea was a moron.
Yeah.
Hey, a bunch of motorcycle campers. Let's all come to a campground that has 10 camp spots. So yeah, that's really a bad idea. So I'm thinking, yeah, dispersed camping, dude. That's pretty much all I do. I mean, there's when you're traveling, you don't get to be in the middle of a national forest everywhere you go. So that's where the stealth camping comes in. So there's a spot along the highway somewhere where I can turn off down a dirt road and we can go find us some trees to hang in.
Yeah.
So it's not near as difficult out here as it is back east.
Well,
You know,
you camped on the road when you did Twisted Sisters.
Yeah.
You were barely, what,
I-
30 feet off the road?
I feel really good about my camping in Texas. I was really worried about it because everything I think about Texas is barbed wire everywhere. You ain't going nowhere. You can crash in a ditch on the side of the road in down a dirt road in between the road and the barbed wire, which is not very comfortable because there's freaking cactuses all over Texas. But anyway. Spokane, don't have any specifics in mind. So, be thinking, Northwest Moto, be thinking about coming east to meet us. I mean, throw that in the mix. North is not a problem. Going west may be a problem. And not just that, it's like running out of time. At some point, we're going to go, oh, shit. Washington in September, October is not going to be real fun. So, I'm into healing the broken ribs. Chris, did you have another wreck, dude? Camp just outside of the camp spot. What does that mean? What does that mean, Brian? You're so cryptic, man. Just say what you say what you mean.
Say what you got to say.
Say what you got to say. Well, I hate that Carl bugged out. I wanted to get him in on the live stream. But I'm glad that Gary's here participating. I gotta get Carl's. I gotta get all you guys that got YouTube channels. We gotta get y'all fixed up. Gotta get you a nice little kick-ass avatar logo thing going on.
Not good at all. A high side of 60 miles per hour.
Oh shit, dude! What the?
Not good.
Chris is a fool, man. He's riding around triple digits on a Busa in the middle of. Well, on the outskirts of Phoenix, right? Is that where you sand and? Oh, okay. Well, that's a good excuse.
Yeah.
Well, if broken ribs is all you got, I'm sure your bike's messed up too. Is it totaled or no? Alan, I do worry about it a little bit. So my method is to try to take everything and move it into something where it's not visible, so you're not driving by my camp and going, ooh, look, a fancy camp chair. I need one of those. Ooh, look, here's some. So, I mean, I've always said, if they come and see my hammock set up and they're willing to take the time, instead of just snatching something and throw it in their car and driving off, if they're willing to take the time to take my camping gear down, and they're willing to take that big of a risk, I've always said maybe they need it more than I do. I don't know. So I don't really worry about that, and I've usually traveled with the backup. I've got actually, if they take my tarp, I don't have a backup yet. Yeah, maybe it's something. The camping stuff, I can get some Walmart stuff. So yeah, I've got expensive camping equipment. I've got a lot of gear that I'll miss, but it's nothing, all my expensive stuff I brought with me. The stuff that will end my trip. Like if I lose my laptop, I'm screwed, man. I got to go home. I got to go home and get backups of everything that I've got, be able to take care of my shit, because I don't think I can rebuild everything out here. It'll be hard. More expensive equipment would be a hard loss. Yeah, anything's a hard loss, but I'm riding around on a 14-year-old motorcycle. It's a risk. You gotta figure out some of the times you gotta take risk. I could break my leg going up a gnarly dirt road. I could have a blowout. I could high side at 60 miles an hour on sand in a corner. So yeah, it's the same. It's the same conversation I have about the folks. It's like, wow, you're packing. Did you bring heat? No, I don't. I've just kind of changed the way I think about it. It's like if you think about losing your shit when you go into town or go somewhere, if you want to go have fun, you got to leave your shit, man. You got to, or pack your shit up and have Big Bertha riding along behind you, and the whole time thinking, oh man, I don't have to worry about my shit being gone when I come back. I mean, it's really a philosophical thing. It's like, and
To
it's
be honest, Lee, it would be easier for someone to steal it off the back of the bike than it would be out of the campground.
probably, yeah. Well, not just that. They don't know. They may go, oh, that guy's got a bunch of good stuff in those bags. Let me just snip, snip, snip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole lot easier to do that.
Not 15 seconds, and it's
Yep.
all gone.
Yeah, so if you guys see our shit on the side of the road, just think, all our shit's packed inside those bags, or most of it. And there's some good shit in there, man. But, you know, it's also, it's like, what kind of fucking camper? Well, it's a meth head. So really, I just try to, when it comes to theft prevention, I try to reduce the desire, try to reduce the opportunity. Like, for years, I get off my bike wherever I'm riding, camping trip or not. I get off my bike, I put my helmet, or put my gloves and my glasses inside my helmet, put my helmet on the handlebars, throw my jacket on top of it, so my tank bag is covered, my helmet, all my shit that's real easy access by a nasty old jacket. So usually nobody's looking at that nasty old jacket and going, man, I gotta have that nasty old jacket, even though it's probably $400, $500, $600. It's a nasty old jacket. It smells like me. What's underneath? I don't know. I'm not going to lift that nasty jacket up. So you just kind of reduce the opportunity.
Yeah.
You take some of the opportunity away from them. You reduce the desire.
I put
My
my
rain
rain
cover on, and it's going to make
make noise if
you try to take it off.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, I'm still in the same place. There's a lot of places where I want to. There's a fucking hot springs about 3 miles here. I got a hiking stick. I can hike in, except I'm at a trailhead where meth heads show up occasionally and steal your shit. So that's a big dilemma. I'm much more cautious
Brian,
there at the trailhead.
Brian's got the right idea. You just can't worry about it. If that's all you're going to worry about, sell your bike, stay home where it's safe. That way
Yep.
you don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
Unless he wants to come into your house. So,
That's right, Brian, it's just don't worry about it. If it happens, it happens.
nothing,
Nothing you can do about it, so.
Right. Just don't worry about it. Well, I wished I could go that far. I do worry about it. You
Well,
know,
I do.
before I leave camp, I try to shove everything inside. You know, the really valuable stuff, I put it inside the hammock. The other stuff, I kind of hang, pack it all up, because I don't want people going, oh yeah, there's something I want right over there. That camp axe, I don't have one of those. That's pretty cool. So, I just reduce that. But yeah, like, I am not sitting here going, man, I wonder if somebody's at our camp going through our shit. There's nothing we can do. And I'd much rather be down here,
yeah.
hanging out in the dry, doing something fun, and sharing a little bit of the adventure.
Hard at each other going,
You need a beer?
Yeah. Hey, Carrie, what, are you lonely yet? 'Cause I sure am. Yeah. Throw a camo tarp over it. Oh, we're going to do the camo tarp thing. That's coming up. If it happens 3 times, I'll change. Yeah, Brian, you live in a different world than all of us, man. You live in paradise. And shit never happens to you. Seriously, dude. Brian, when's the last time you had some shit stolen? Have you ever had your house broken into? That's a fact. If you don't have a gun, by the time your house gets broken into, you'll have a gun within a few weeks after. As soon as that background check clears you.
We're in like Flint.
Oh, dude. There's the armory. You got the big fucking gun safe. You got the safe room. You start collecting ammo. Start digging fucking holes, expensive holes in the ground. Never. Yeah. See, you got a different perspective, man. If you ever been a victim, it changes you. It changes you. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, it's not going to happen again. And if it does, somebody's going to pay the price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're 40 minutes in. Anybody got any questions? Anybody? So y'all talk to my boy Gary over there. I think he's got a very interesting perspective that you only probably get the full perspective at a campfire, which we can't have. But, you know, this is close. Ask Gary some questions about what's going on. How many people have subbed to Gary's channel? How many people are in here? 17. Okay. That's almost as many thumbs up as we've got. 17 people, only 10 thumbs up. Who's got questions for Gary before he falls asleep? It's Gary's nap time, y'all. That's Gary's nap time.
I laid down on the table early. I better not do that. You'll hear me.
That's what I said. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got to go wake Gary up.
Live chat.
What's up to Gary? Good, Richard.
I appreciate that.
Good, Richard. Well, like I said, y'all are not going to know what's going on, the real stuff that's going on, until you watch Gary's stuff. Because Gary's behind the scenes, man. He's the real thing. I'm all polished, and you're not going to see the dirty. You're not going to see me wiping my ass. Gary shows all that
You
stuff.
might see Don makeup, but or take a shower.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Carl and Gary to do more shorts, because those are easy. You can just pop your camera up and go pop, pop, pop. Here we are. We're outside the fucking library, and we're having fun. Oh, big, huge wild animal, almost as big as a moose, just walked through the woods right past our camp. You'll see that if you check out Gary's channel.
Todd,
You can ride Texas anytime you want to.
If you're bald,
June, July,
August are going to be brutal months because it's hot in the entire state. But
But you
find
can find places
you can
like
go up
you
to
can go
Meredith, where
where
there's
there's always a nice cool breeze at night.
uh,
But
but
like a lot of places, riding
September
September through
May
May
in
in
Texas
Texas
is
is
really
nice.
nice. The fall,
The fall is
You go
great.
down
You go down
to,
to
the hill,
the hill country,
beautiful
beautiful
down.
down there.
Love,
Love
I
the
am.
Triumph.
I'm still
getting
to it.
used to
It's
it.
big, big
big bike
for me.
for me.
tall.
Tall,
Tall,
lots of
lots of
power,
power,
lots of computer stuff that I have to learn. But
I'm getting used to
So.
it. So. Probably is because I'm talking on my phone.
I'm
And I'm about 2 feet away from my phone, and Don's microphone is
10
10 feet away from me. So foobar would be a polite word. Welcome to 21st century technology. On the fly
in
in Mancos,
Colorado.
Colorado.
There you are. Gary, it's your show. Do what you're running. You're running the show.
Well,
Well,
what everybody's want to talk about, shoot me a
shoot me a
chat
chat
line.
line.
We'll try to
We'll try
answer
to
your
answer
questions.
questions.
If I
If I
can't,
can't, Don
speak
can
into the
speak into the
microphone for me.
microphone for me.
Find my chat back up. There we go.
Need some help over there? Did you get it back up?
Yes.
Yeah, so,
How's the library giving you? Nope.
nope,
No trouble.
no trouble whatsoever.
The
The only trouble we had today is
a lady
a lady almost
back-
backed over me.
Oh, dude, right here. Right out here.
Yeah, right.
She almost killed Gary.
I was trying to back into a parking space, and I just happened to notice that her reverse lights were on. I started hollering, and Don started hollering, and I think we scared the crap out of her.
Well, I think she freaked out when we pulled in, because she was the only car in the parking lot when we
Yeah.
pulled in. And we pulled in right beside her, all the way over here. And she freaked out. It's like, oh, I got to get out of here. There's crazy, dirty bikers.
Yeah.
So she started backing out, and Gary was backing in, and he was right behind her car. So she's just like, "Rah." She's got all her crap in her car because she's obviously living in it. But
Just
yeah,
Yes,
she was.
Peeps,
I do have
his
his underwear. I just
I
don't
just don't
out
bring them
here.
out here.
There's some
There's some
things
things
to
you
be
need to be
incognito when
incognito
you're
when
doing.
you do it.
Details, details. There we
Anything,
Anything else anybody wants to know?
if not,
If not, I'll
I
turn
go
it
to the
back over
doc.
to Don.
go. Gary's audio is bad. Yeah, it's kind of breaking up on me too, Gary. I don't know.
Could be just the microphone.
Hey, TW, what's up, man? Did you say something about Mancos Brewery? I saw something in chat about that. Are you from Colorado, or are you from somewhere else and just been through here? Gary, your audio is foobar. Move your phone a little bit closer. Where are you at in Colorado? We're in southern Colorado, 28 miles outside of Durango. We're in Mancos, Colorado. Cute little town, little artsy fartsy town. Maybe, I don't know, 4,000 people live here, maybe.
Maybe.
It's a small community with, I don't know, 25 blocks. So they got two main pavements, and then everything else is dirt roads. So think of how a small town is laid out. Two main pavements with a highway out front, and then everything else is dirt roads. They got a lot of dirt road towns in Colorado. I guess
Yeah,
the cold weather, the ice and stuff tears them up, so they just say, fuck it, let's stop paving them. Let's just, just keep the dirt in line.
I'll be posting a video of downtown
Downtown
at
Mancos
about
at about
3 o'clock
3 o'clock
in the
Sunday
afternoon,
afternoon.
and I think
And
I
I think I
counted 3
counted 3
cars, and
cars and
that
that
was it.
was it.
Yeah, this is what I thought of Mancos the last two times I came through here. It's like, dull town, nothing going on, but they got festivals, they got art shows, they got all kinds of stuff going on here. It's a pretty cool town.
Yeah.
Uh,
Southern Superman, I can right now about 325, 26 miles to a tank, and
And for those
really
that really
don't know,
don't
I
know,
have a
I have
Triumph
a Triumph
2023
2023
Tiger
Tiger
Rally
Rally
Explorer.
Explorer.
It's got
It's got every bell and whistle that you could think of, and
a
a
computer
computer that does everything but
what
wipe my rear end.
and I
And I have yet
figured
to
out
figure it all out.
Yeah, peeps, you're in Silverton. What's your plan, man? You just hanging? You're riding through Colorado? Are you hanging out? What are you doing? Maybe you should come back down. Silverton's not that far away. We may be going to Silverton in the next few days, but we could be going further east. We hadn't really figured out a route yet. It's more of an issue of not so much where we're going, it's where we're going to wind up. So, we like this 50-degree weather at night, 75. That's perfect for us because we're from the South, and the South sucks in the summer. That's why we're here, isn't it, Gary?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because the South sucks in summer. We don't like 95% humidity and 95 degrees or more.
When I hit
When I hit
Amarillo,
Amarillo,
it's
it was
102.
102,
Yeah.
and that was 3 o'clock in the
It
afternoon.
was only
It was only getting warmer.
Yeah. And we can regulate our atmosphere by just going up the hills and down the hills. Yeah. Which is something we probably need to talk about again. Lapse rate, altitude, temperature, weather, all that stuff. All that stuff I like to talk about a lot, just so you guys know. It's like, why do I want to go to the Rockies in the summer? Well, they got nice roads. And if you're from the South or anywhere where it has shitty weather in the summer, it's always raining, it's always this, it's always that. This is about the worst weather I've ever seen in Colorado, quite frankly. It's rained a lot here. But this is monsoon season here, so
Been to the Coors.
Coors Brewery several times.
Don't
Don't need to go back.
I drank a lot of Coors last night.
Yeah.
Gary had a few.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
That
trip came off my bucket list decades ago. Going to Coors.
Coors Brewery.
Yeah, I'd rather go to a small brewery and get a tour and get a flight or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's free beer. Yeah, I'm all about free beer. I just don't know that's Golden. You got to go to Golden to get Coors, right? I'm not sure there's anything in Golden I'm dying to see.
And free beer doesn't necessarily mean it's good tasting beer.
I like Coors. As far as American beer, I like Coors. It's probably one of the top of my list. That's why it's Banquet. The Coors Light, fuck that shit. That's nothing but water. But
To be
Banquet,
honest,
oh yeah, I like the Banquet.
I can remember days when I was very young when I checked
Coors was
Coors
only sold in Colorado
Colorado
and New Mexico.
and New Mexico.
And my older
My
brother
older
and a couple of his friends, we would
we
drive
would
to
drive
Colorado on
to
weekends
and
and
buy
buy 40 or
40,
50
50
cases of
Coors
Coors
and run it
to Texas.
Texas.
Isn't that like Smoking the Bandit?
Uh-huh.
Is that like Smoking the Bandit? Did they do that?
Instead of eastbound, we were southbound.
Where is Todd? Did you ever get a Skype on your thing? You want to call in? We'll bump Gary off and let somebody else have some time. Alan, are you still in here? Alan and I did some testing earlier. Spaz is no longer with us. I think he had to go eat dinner or something.
Ooh, 104 in Phoenix. It's a cool day.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, it's balmy. You got a nice breeze there, sounds like, in Phoenix. Wished you were here too, Chris, man. You'd have fun out here. Anybody anybody wants to call in with some Skype? Anybody? Bueller? Taking Skype calls. Taking Skype calls. And only because we figured it out. Well, Carl figured it out. Carl's my producer, and I was hoping to get him in here, but yeah, I guess dinner or something came up. So, and this was a last-minute unscheduled thing. I think we scheduled it 3 hours early, 2 hours early.
Yeah.
It was more of a let's see if we can do it technically.
Yeah. And Carl did all the legwork because he's my producer, even though he's a remote producer. He does a great job. Yeah, so Alan, you still around? You still watching? You can call in now. I told Carl he would be second. And by the time I was getting ready to call, Carl said, I gotta go, man. Cool. All right. Yeah, download Skype, and we'll go through some of the technical stuff before we go live the next time. We'll try to do one every week, but it's completely dependent on bandwidth and if I can get enough power. Yeah, I thought we talked about that though, Todd. I thought we talked about Skype. Anyway. Well, we're closing in on an hour. If anybody's got some more questions, let's fire them off. Let's see if we can have some interaction here. Otherwise, it's just me and Gary running our mouths.
If not, we'll go have a beer and find something to eat.
What Gary said. And make it in Colorado, yeah, charge me $12 for 12 back in Delta. Dude, in Alabama, I can get Coors cheap. It blows my mind. I think I buy a 12-pack for like $6-7 sometimes, depending, or cheaper. Man, I'm saying I guess that's why I really got hooked on Coors. It's like, yeah, Bud Light that everybody wants to drink, Miller Lite that everybody wants to drink, and then poor little Coors Banquet sitting over here in the corner. It's like, that's delicious beer. Why is it half price or less of the stuff that everybody loves? To try Skype. Yeah, call me and I'll hang up on Gary, and Gary will just watch the rest of the show from
I like
I
to
like-
watch.
He likes to watch.
It's from the movie
It's from the movie what?
Charlie?
Charlie.
Charlie. It's also from the movie, what's the other movie? Being There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chance the Gardener. Anybody? Anybody? That's a freaking brilliant movie. I love that movie.
That's a great.
I
That's a
like
great-
to watch.
Yeah.
One of the
greatest
men in history.
men in history.
Besides sports.
Besides Forrest Gump.
I'm not seeing you, Alan. You still out there? Somebody let that man know his back window's open, or girl. Yes, I would like to
Yeah.
make a logo for me. That would be awesome. Well, give me some ideas of what you like, because what I'm not going to do is give you 40 examples. If you could say, hey, if you could do this thing, I really like this logo, if you could make this, and then, you know, just give me some ideas of what you'd be interested in. Because what I'd hate to do is put 2 hours worth of work into it, and you go, no, I don't like that. All right, well, tell me what you want. Tell me what you want, and I'll make it. And we'll refine it as we go, as long as I've got some kind of an idea of what you want. There we go. Okay. Goodbye, Gary. Although you're not going far. All right, let's see. Let me do some switching here. All right, there he is, the man, the legend. So we're going to have to get rid of all of Gary's logos. And Alan, you don't have really a YouTube channel. You don't have anything on your channel. You're not doing anything, right? You're just riding your motorcycle and commenting on my videos, right? True or false?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
I've got this microphone.
The microphone that I suggested that you
That's
get?
the microphone.
Yeah, you sound
Yep.
great, man.
Good deal. Perfect.
And you're
I'm trying it. And I've got the tripod.
that's awesome. You're breaking up a little bit. Are you in the best spot
I've
as far as
also-
reception?
May not be. I've also got the firebox that you recommended.
Firebox. Oh, really? And then I bailed on you. I left you hanging with your firebox. Well, it's just not the best fit for me. I mean, if you're in, you said you're in Wyoming, right? You're in Montana. You're in Billings. Do they have fire bands up there? Can you cook with your freaking stove?
Yes.
Can you?
Yeah. It's been raining up here. I mean, hell, we got floods around here.
So there's no fire band. That's what you're telling me.
I went riding today. I rode 130 miles. It was a beautiful ride. Everything's green, lush. It's been in the 60s during most of the day, hitting a high between 70 and 75 late in the afternoon, and then light breeze.
Okay.
So it's been wonderful.
But again, I asked you again. I don't think you answered this question yet. Is there a fire ban up there? I know it's raining, but that doesn't mean anything because it's raining here and there's still a stage 2 fire ban.
I have not seen anything saying there was a fire ban.
That's not an
I
excuse.
have not
You still get a
looked for it.
$500 fine.
I have not looked for it.
Okay, cool.
But I did not bring my firebox with me because then you turn around and diss it.
Well, I think I did more of a, this is why I'm not bringing it. This is why it doesn't work for me. And it's specifically, the biggest thing is fire bans. I get out here, it's just dead weight. It's, it's 4 pounds of fucking stainless steel that's, it's in my way. I can't use it. So it's not, I pissed off a lot of people by making that video, but it's also like, hey, if you think you're going to the Rockies in the summer and you're going to use your firebox, you better think again. It's not going to happen. Or you're risking your, you might as well have a bonfire if you're going to use that. And it sucks because I've got my little tube that I'm carrying with me just in case I get a chance to grill some steaks or cook over some kind of a fire. I got that, but the last time I used it was in Wyoming. So sadly, it's the same thing, except that little tube is, 10 ounces,
There's
and
a
it
fire-
fits. Yeah, I could carry that in my back pocket, and I can't carry that damn firebox. So I love the firebox. It's a great idea. It works great, except when you're feeding sticks and cooking at the same. Yeah, I forgot I did bitch about that a little bit, but it's one of the things that I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting to be flipping, pancakes at the same time feeding fire. That's kind of a pain in the ass, but if you just, I guess you just got to get in the rhythm.
Does the fire bans also include using the little alcohol stove?
As far as I know, fuel. So there's stages. I'm not sure about fire bans per state, but what I'm reading in Colorado, there's a stage 1 and there's a stage 2. We're in stage 2, about to be in stage 1, and I think that you can do alcohol-fueled stoves. And anyway, stage 1, but you can't do charcoal briquettes in stage 1 or stage 2. So you can't take out your charcoal grill at your house and flip hamburgers in your backyard in Colorado right now. So that just sucks.
But you can a propane
Apparently,
grill.
yeah. Apparently, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not an expert. Damn, that's my camera bouncing around like that? Holy crap. Oh, that's I forgot. I'm filming with my laptop, so it bounces around a lot. You got an emergency at your place, man? Did you murder your friends? Is that where they're coming?
I've got what you need for your script
Do you?
as far as firepower.
Well, you want to talk about that now or later?
Whenever.
Okay. Well, I don't want to give away too many surprises, so if we wind up using your script. Gary's already started, man. Gary's got a really good start. We started, when did we start talking about this? Last night?
In earnest last night.
Yeah, so we got a good start. Gary's just freaking humming, man. And I've got a few locations in mind. In fact, one of them's within walking distance of here. So the basic plot of the story so far is Gary's a Texas Ranger. That's a stretch, being from Texas, right? We have to work on the accent because nobody's going to believe he's from Texas. But yeah. So
All he's got to do is drink water out of a hoof print, and he'll be a Texan.
That's actually one of the lines that he's going to say is. He's talking about the hoof print.
Yeah,
He says, whatever you think, I am not drinking.
water out of the hook.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. There's going to be drama. There's going to be intrigue. There's going to be gunplay. There's going to be violence. There's going to be violence. There's going to be blood. And hopefully most of it is.
I've got about
Somebody else's.
Yeah.
I got about 500 rounds with me, so
You get about
if
500
we can
what?
get her done. 500 rounds.
Well, we do need to meet up then. Because I think you'd be a good character. I mean, you'd be a completely believable character riding in, tying your horse up to a.
Our horses will be our steel horses.
Yep. But we gotta find some kind of a leather strap that you can tie on your Valkyrie and tie it up to the post out front. That's not gonna be negotiable. You get off your horse and you tie it to the post just like they used to in the old days. It's something that I've always wanted to do. And I guess if we just did it once, that would make the point. Not every place we pull up to is going to be a saloon with a hitching post out front, right?
Yeah, I mean Gary will tell me he's a Texas Ranger and you got to do something to make a living, and I'll tell him that dying ain't much of a living.
Yep, those are good lines. Yeah. Well, what do you want to talk about, Alan? It's your show. Talk. I'm about to spin out. I'm hungry and I'm thirsty. I want a beer. Gary's getting grumpy over there, so take over. What do you want to talk about?
Where are you thinking about heading to this next week?
North.
I was
North.
I was pondering on either Hells Canyon, Idaho, or, you know, that place me and you discussed earlier, that was where you and Z stayed.
Yeah, Gray Bull. Well, Gray Bull's probably going to be a little bit more north of us. We're going north. We're just not in a hurry. So I don't know what's so great about, what did you say, Devil's Canyon?
Hells Canyon.
I don't know Hills Canyon unless that's, you said Idaho.
And have you done Hells Canyon and Lolo Pass?
Oh yeah, Lolo's fantastic. Let me look up here real quick, Hills Canyon. I may have done that too and just not been impressed with it. You said Devil's Canyon.
Hells Canyon.
Hills Canyon?
Hells Canyon. What about the Spiral Highway?
Spiral Highway, where's that?
That's outside of Lewiston.
I've been all over Lewiston. Let me look in
And you
here
may
at
have
Hills
been-
Canyon.
Not very long. It's only about 8 miles long. It's got about 60 long sweepers. You can get a hell of a run coming downhill and run them long sweepers.
Oh wow, I'm looking at the road now. That's impressive. That's almost on the Oregon border. Well, look, how long are you going to be out? That's the biggest question.
I'm gonna be out till November at
Okay,
least.
well then we don't have to be in a hurry. You go do your thing, and then we'll be in the area when you get ready to. I would like to get up to Idaho. There's not really anything that I'm dying to see again, so I know Gary is wanting to get back to what's our place?
Sun.
Huh?
One of the sun.
Oh, you don't want to go to Glacier. No, you don't want to go to Glacier. We're talking about
Glacier,
Dinosaur.
you
Oh,
need to
yeah.
check on that. Glacier may be closed. At one point
Yep.
they were.
I heard
because
something about that.
of slide or mudslide or something.
Yeah,
but
we're talking
they may be
about Dinosaur, which is northern Colorado. So there's a lot of stuff, and I love Colorado, so I could spend the rest of my summer here. But I like Wyoming, I like Idaho. I'd like to get back into Utah, but what I really want to do is explore some Nevada before it gets too cold. I don't know. I don't know Nevada. I've been through Nevada. I've just never spent much time. I just usually blow through there. So
What is that? Is it called Hell? A Fire
Yep.
Canyon or
Flaming
something?
Gorge.
Hey, it's north of Vegas, I believe.
Oh no, you're talking about something else. I was talking about Utah.
There's
North of
also
Vegas.
a lot of old. There's also a lot of old ghost towns.
Yep.
Old mining towns.
Which is
up in
perfect.
Nevada.
Which is perfect. Mining towns, ghost towns, any kind of destroyed anything. That's kind of what we're talking about. Silverton next is there's a kind of a rebuilt ghost town there. There's nobody there. We could film a few scenes there. But yeah, we need some actors. We need some actors that ride a motorcycle, or people that ride a motorcycle that can act as a stretch. We don't need professional actors. We need people with motorcycles. that's really.
Who was it from Washington that was talking about coming down? He might be an option.
Oh, that
Brian
was
and
yeah. Yeah, he sounded like he had some range issues. So if you can't come a couple 3 states, then it's probably I don't know that I don't want to go to freaking Washington to find somebody's. I'm not interested anymore or whatever. So I'll meet somebody halfway. But
Yeah, they
I'm-
need to have some.
well, and I say that, and I don't know this guy, but that's the biggest problem. I don't know this guy. It's like, motivated people, they get on their bikes and go places, and I'm just used to the opposite. I'm used to people talking a lot and talking about liking to ride motorcycles and not riding motorcycles. So I'm very wary. That's why I say commitments. I think that I mentioned that with the commitments. Hey, make a commitment. Where is your latitude that I can meet you? Well, I think that came up. It's like, well, let me think about that. Nah, I'm not going to Washington with that guy. Sorry. I'll meet you halfway if you make a commitment. Yeah, just yeah.
Hey, you gotta have skin in the game.
Yeah, you got to have some skin, you know. But I mean, more
Or-
importantly,
or,
I meet so
or
many
even
people
better.
that talk a good game about riding a motorcycle, and they've never ridden out of their freaking state. So
Even better, you gotta have some grit.
grit is good. We need to squeeze grit into the name of this movie.
I happen to like grit.
Yeah. Let me see if I can try to catch up on my chats here. I've been ignoring them. Sorry. Hills Canyon
This
is
is the
rad.
first time I've tried this microphone you recommended, and this tripod. And it seems to work
Yeah.
well.
Very minimum glacier appointment. Yeah, somebody said that the other day. Somebody said you got to make an appointment to get some of the national parks now. Dinosaur. I love Dinosaur. Well, Gary loves Dinosaur too. He hasn't been to either one of my camps that I went to there, so I think he's kind of excited for both. Mono Lake, north of Silverton. I don't think I know Mono Lake. I know that area pretty well, but I don't know Mono Lake. Be out that way in late July. Yeah, dude. I'm throwing out an open invitation. Especially if you're going to be in the area. Especially if, you know, I'll try to figure out a way to, without exposing my whereabouts to the whole world. We'll try to keep everybody abreast about where we're going and where we're headed, and anybody that wants to be a star on YouTube. You know, come on out and act a fool on your motorcycle out in the middle of nowhere. That's the big goal, is people that don't have hang-ups about how they look and how their hair looks and how about how the world perceives them. I don't want those people. I don't want you showing up if you don't want to be on video. And you know, you're welcome to write your own script like you're doing right now, Alan. Hey, I got a script for you. Let's hear your lines, Alan. If you want to be in the movie, let's hear the lines that you want to speak. Here's the plot. Here's the dilemma. Here's the lines that Gary came up with. You don't like them? Let's talk about that. So it doesn't have to. We don't have to make you uncomfortable, but you got to want to be in the movie. You got to want to do some stuff on a motorcycle, and you got to want to come. You know, you got to want to ride more than a couple hundred miles. If that's not in the cards, then you know, we'll find somebody. Hell, we'll find some people at a fucking bar. We'll walk into a bar, and, right? Hey, you want to be in a movie? Yeah, you want to be in a movie? We're making a stupid movie, a cowboy movie about cowboys riding around on motorcycles. Want to be in it? Well, have a few beers and then make it a show.
Hell, they made a movie about cowboys and aliens.
Yep, exactly my point. That was a good movie too. I mean, it had some flaws, but that was a good movie. I like sci-fi. I like cowboy movies. It was a perfect fucking fit. It's a great idea. They could have done it better, but it's a great movie. The name wrong. It's different.
Yeah, we could strike some white tip matches from 25 yards to shoot.
Yeah, dude, we can have some fun with guns. And the top of my list are people that show up, motorcycle, don't care what it looks like, don't care. It could be 100 years old and barely running. If you can get it to the shot, and you got a pistol, a rifle, a fucking cowboy hat, cowboy boots, you got spurs, big. Because Gary's drooling. We may have to go shopping and get Gary some spurs.
Short side-by-side double barrel.
Yeah, anything that's fun.
Like John Wayne carried in Big Jake.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
You know, the one where he had to go and rescue his grandson they were holding for ransom.
Yeah, hey, Northwest Moto, I didn't mean to come after you, man. I'm trying to explain why I'm not going to drive to Washington to hopefully hang out with you. I appreciate, and like I said, I don't want to embarrass you. I don't want to make you the heel of a joke or whatever. I didn't mean to call you out. It's just I'm going to be very careful about who I commit to, because I've just seen it so many times. Close friends I've had for years, like, hey, you want to go riding tomorrow? Yeah. Okay, well, there goes my plan. So, audition. The audition is right now. The audition is right now. Tell me where you're at. Tell me, can you get to the Rockies? Tell me, do you have a gun or any cowboy supplies or any interest in doing anything on a motorcycle stupid like cowboy movies? So if that's you, come on out. You've passed the audition. If you answer, yeah, I need to make a video and just go, here's the 5 things that we're looking for. And if your audition should be, you get somebody to hold a freaking camera in front of your face and go, this is why I want to be a cowboy on a motorcycle. That's your audition. This is where I'm at. I'll get you a list of 5 things, like motorcycle, ambition. I don't care if you have a gun and you can carry, I don't care about that. We'll figure that out. If you can be a cowboy on a motorcycle and do stupid stuff, you can write your own lines, you can do whatever. Yeah.
Hell, we can go in a Dollar General or a Fred's and buy some toy guns.
Oh, absolutely.
So, nobody worry about a gun.
Yeah. True. It's true. Well, I want to destroy stuff with guns, though, so that, anybody with a gun has got the priority. So, yeah, if you can, yeah. So, I mean, if you get the idea, so we're going to the Alec Baldwin territory because every time I talk to my friends about making movies like this, they're like, oh, shit, he's going to shoot somebody. It's like, no, you don't understand movie magic. And a brief idea of movie magic is I'm going to stand behind this tree and point my gun, what looks like downrange at you. And then I come back and point, and then when the gunfire exchanges, it's going to be cut where there's bark coming off the tree. But I'm not standing behind it. It's movie magic, and people don't understand it, specifically Alec Baldwin, apparently. Well, he had some people that weren't doing the right thing with the weapons, and it's going to be safe. The most dangerous thing you're going to do on this movie set is ride your fucking motorcycle to where we're going. Yeah, riding your motorcycle. It's got no. Oh, you might shoot yourself in the leg if you bring your own gun, but I'm not going to shoot you, and nobody else is. So. What about some middle ground? I am all about Idaho. I'm all about Oregon, and hopefully we'll mosey our way over there at some point. So yeah. And diversity of. Like, I like ghost towns, I like deserts, I like mining ruins, all that stuff. I can write the script for any of that stuff. So if you've got the perfect spot, here's the deal. I'll come to you. You get 5, 10 guys to come show up with you. You get them all to commit. I'll come to fucking Washington. You got a bunch of morons with guns and motorcycles and an attitude to be in a movie and, maybe take some direction or write their own lines. Yeah, I'm all about it, man. Big Molus Lake. Yeah, I know Big Molus. 2015. The most dangerous gun is an unlocked gun. Brian. Come on, Brian. Movie magic. Yeah, movie magic, man. That's what it's all about. I've been doing this a while. I've been making movies since the 80s, y'all. So this is nothing new to me. I just haven't been making awesome movies. I've been doing shit for other people. So yeah, it'll be fun. It will be absolutely fun. It'll be something you can show to your kids and your grandkids and your friends, and it'll be fun. You will be happy with it. You will be happy with it unless you don't show up. With that said, any questions? Any answers? Anybody care for a mint? Comments? There needs to be some interesting discussion going on here in the next couple of 3 minutes, or we'll pack all this stuff and Gary and I are going to ride to the bar around the corner and get some dinner and some beer. Because look at Gary, he's about to fall over. There he goes. He's going.
He looks like
he's going. Up.
Oh, what? Oh.
Poor Gary. I've had him out all day. He's missed his nap. You got anything else, Alan? Sounds like we need to start collaborating with the script, man. Yeah, I should give some thought to the live streams. We gave it a little bit of thought to topics, but it was more of like, let's see if we can do this on this live stream. Let's see if we can get 2 people. The 2 people failed. We'll figure that out. We'll get some. Gary's got chaps. Or, I'm sorry, shaps. What else do you have, Gary? Leggings. Gary's a real Western guy. He's the only guy I know that's ever been on a cattle drive. So, yeah, y'all need to throw Gary some real respect. He's the real deal. Colorado. Yeah, we'll probably be here over the 4th, man. We'll definitely be in Colorado over the 4th. Where? I'm not really sure. Probably north of here. Either Silverton, Lake City area, or Creed, or I'm not really sure. But we're going further east and north into Colorado. That's the big picture. What about chicken ranches? I don't understand the reference. What about chicken ranches? Oh, is a location? I don't know what chicken ranches has to do with Westerns. Chicken ranches, if you don't know, that's a new thing. Chicken ranches.
Unless you're talking about the chicken ranch for grain.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's a whorehouse.
Oh, whorehouses. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Yeah, but I think if we rolled up to a whorehouse and we wanted some actresses to join us, it would probably be like, hey, we get paid. Like, now, Bunny Ranch. Do you know the Bunny Ranch?
I've heard of it.
I'll pay you by the inch.
Yeah. 3 Forks every summer with used to drive cattle right down Main Street. Yeah, that's more of a show though, isn't it? Cheekless chaps. Yeah, I would wear assless chaps just because Road Warrior. That's my hero. The dude with the fucking assless chaps jumping around on shit, riding around with his boyfriend on the back. That dude had some fucking balls. That dude had some huge fucking balls. Riding around with assless chaps, jumping around on shit. Dude, it was the best. Yeah, Western meets Road Warrior meets, I don't know. True Grit meets Road Warrior meets
MotoGP.
Yeah. Silverton, best fireworks show. I've never seen Silverton's fireworks. When did they do that? I guess that's July 4th, huh?
We gotta throw some Unforgiven and Josie Wells in there.
You said Josie Wells? That's Gary's favorite, one of his favorites. Josie Wells. We had those here, never heard it called that. Chicken ranch. I'm all about whorehouses. I'm all about whores. I just can't pay anybody, so, you know, I would think I would think that would be the biggest drawback for using a whorehouse is, you know, you want whores to come out and act. They're going to want to get paid. I assume. I don't know. I don't know many whores, so I don't know.
Well, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Well, I would feel a lot more.
They make a considered advertisement.
Well, I would bet we have more luck in the housewife that says, you know, I'm bored. I want to go down there and hang out with those motorcycle cowboys and act like a whore. I bet there's a big market for that. I can be a whore. I could dress up like a whore. I've got this thing that I got for my boyfriend, and it's got this low-cut thing, and I know how to act like a slut. I think we would be really good with those. And not just that. I don't know. Yeah. I'm open. I just don't think we're going to get anywhere.
There's women that have a fantasy of that because I was up near Johnson City. Is that what, North Carolina or Tennessee? Johnson City, Tennessee, I believe. And I went by a place called the Fuzzy Hole, and I stayed at a motel there, and I got talking to the young lady behind the counter, and turns out she wanted to audition there and strip on the pole.
Oh yeah.
And she kind of had a fantasy of
Sure.
that. And I told her, I said, well, you got the body for it. You should do
Yeah.
that. And she said, well, her boyfriend didn't like the idea.
Yeah. Well, I think most boyfriends don't. Some don't care. I've run into those guys, and I'm like, yeah, she's sticking her pussy in everybody's face every night. What do you think about that? Yeah. Well, shouldn't be the only one to enjoy it.
Well, as long as somebody's touching it,
Yeah.
you know, some of them don't
Right.
care.
Yeah.
As long as they're reaping the reward.
Right.
Of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's guys that pimp their girl
Tell
out.
me-
Hey, you need to go to work, honey. Go throw that snatch out there. You need to bring $300 or $400 home every day. That means like 26 tricks for some of
Show
them.
me the money. Yeah, there was a meme out there of a guy counting money, and he was saying, "Pimping ain't easy."
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it's hard work, man. You got to keep those women working, man, because, you know, they don't all,
Well, it's just
some of them
like-
want to lay on their backs
well,
all
in-
day, but not
well-
all of them want to have a man on top of them. So, you know, you got to keep them women working.
In that Chappelle skit where he was with Wayne Brady.
Dude, that's one of my
Wayne
favorite
Brady.
skits of all time.
Wayne Brady said, "Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?"
That is one of the best skits of all time. Well, hell, there's very few of his skits that weren't.
Oh, Chappelle said, "Run, bitch, run for your life. Get some help." That was awesome. Chappelle is probably one of the funniest comedians in the last decade. I mean, he has come up with some awesome
Well,
stuff.
he's
And I
got great
love-
stand-up, but his shows were amazing. They were over the top. You know, it's just like, golly, you don't forget them. I forget his
love
jokes, but
that.
I don't forget his skits. They're all embedded in here.
Oh yeah, the Rick James
yeah.
and the Prince.
Yeah,
All,
yeah,
but you
brilliant.
know, as white supremacist, when he played like he was the black
Yep,
white
yep.
supremacist.
Just brilliant. It's brilliant. All of his ideas are just brilliant. So.
I love the fact that he had the balls to stand up to society that was trying to cancel him.
yep, and he won.
Still-
He won. They're still trying to
No.
kill him, but
Yep. And it turns out when the almighty dollar comes to speak, Netflix stood up for him
Yeah.
too.
well, a few people
He's
still have
very
balls.
popular. He's great.
All right, well, I think we're done because Gary is packing his shit up, and it's going to take me twice as long for me to pack my shit up. And we're over 30 minutes. We were only going to do an hour tonight, but it's been fun, and we're getting the bugs worked out. So more details about the movie Making Magic coming up, and other than that, more videos coming up. I think I got another video coming out Tuesday, I think. So anyway. Thanks, Alan. Thanks for everybody that showed up. It's good to see y'all. See you next time. All right, later.